Dallas Mavericks. At power forward, Dorian Finney-Smith. At center, Dwight Powell. At the other forward position, Tim Hardaway Jr. At shooting guard, Josh Richardson. At the other guard position, Luka Doncic. The head coach of the visiting team is Rick Carlisle.
Basketball fans, please welcome your Toronto Raptors! And now, your starting lineup! Manning the middle, 6 feet 10 inches, number 46, Aaron Baines. At the small forward position, at 6 foot 6 inches, number 3, OG Anunoby. At shooting guard, 6 feet 1 inches, number 23, Fred VanVleet. From Villanova, a 6-foot guard, number 7, Kyle Lowry. Starting at the other forward position, standing 6 foot 8, number 43, Pascal Siakam. Your home team head coach is Nick Nurse. Ladies and gentlemen, your Toronto Raptors!
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports, and thanks for joining us on this fine Thursday afternoon. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. DA will join us tonight on the sideline. DA, it's all yours.
Kevin, thanks. 2019's most improved player, Pascal Siakam, went from an energy player to an all-star. Siakam said, "After every season, I look at the things I have to do better. When the summertime comes, I just attack it and work. It's about making sure that I'm a better player than I was the year before." Kevin?
Oh, you know what? I love that work ethic. Thanks, DA. And checking out some numbers for Luka Doncic.
And guys, for a measure of how he's performing offensively, look no further than the true shooting percentage. There's been a steady drop in his last 5 games, and he's got to be scrambling now to get that feel back.
Now we'll look at Dallas's starting lineup. Doncic out there with Richardson. Then there's Hardaway. Then there's Dwight Powell. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 4 slot. And for the Raptors, Anunoby and Siakam in at the forward slots. Fred VanVleet out there with Lowry, and it's Baines in at the 5 spot. And so off the tip, it's Toronto. Here's Toronto. VanVleet finds Siakam. Back to VanVleet. Mavericks with the rebound. Last time they met was in Dallas.
Yeah, and they picked up the win in their last game against this club, and really it was a parade to the free throw line.
Yeah, did a really good job of drawing foul after foul. Very physical and rugged in how they perform. And it paid off.
And Greg, Josh Richardson's a terrific ball handler out on the wing who can create for others.
Richardson gets a lot of assists per game at that wing position, not just looking to finish plays, but also to create for others. Very well-rounded threat on the offensive end, and that gives this team another dimension in terms of playmaking.
That free throw missing.
You know, at this point of his career, Richardson knows his role, understands it, embraces it. He's a 3-and-D guy who gives you great effort at both ends of the court.
He hits the second from the line. And here is Van Vliet. Pass to Lowry. And he comes up with the deuce.
And what a take from Lowry, using that quickness to just blaze to the rim.
Pass to Finney-Smith. Now here's Powell. Doncic outside. 6 to shoot. Hardaway, that's a two-pointer. No good, shot missing. And Toronto will come the other way. Defeated by the Wizards in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
Well, they made a few key shots, but missed many more. It was a rough night for them offensively.
And you know what? If you're not going to outwork your opposition, then you typically are going to get outplayed.
And Hardaway gets it to go.
Hardaway Jr. rises and fires with great confidence from there.
Outside Lowry. To the wing on the left. Siakam left side. Van Vliet looking around. Again, Toronto.
How about 3 or 4 from the floor to start? That's always a good sign.
Richardson outside. He dishes it to Hardaway. Powell kicks to Hardaway. Here's Doncic. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
Tell you what, guys, I don't think you ever have to question Doncic's effort level. He attacks the glass and the game all the same.
He gets that one.
Only 1 miss in the first 5 attempts, clearly feeling it.
And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Doncic against Lowry. With the teardrop, and Doncic lays it in. Doncic has got his second basket of the game.
Boy, such a soft release on this difficult shot. Doncic is a master at knowing how and when to use that shot.
Siakam's shot is off. Dallas has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Richardson the pass to Doncic. Here's Finney-Smith. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now here's Van Vliet. He had 15 points last outing. Great offensive performance they're putting on.
And guys, we call that the zone because that's where they are right now. They are in a zone, and I'm sure they feel unstoppable.
Outside Lowry. Out to the wing. Shot to stop the run. And Siakam with the layup.
And, you know, Lowry looks to set up his open teammates beautifully. Nice dime there, and it really keeps the team tied together nicely.
Now, here's Doncic. His last outing, we saw him pour in 22. And Doncic throws it down.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Now, here's Doncic, following the miss by Fred Van Vliet.
How about 5 straight made from the field to start?
And the defense hasn't been able to do anything to stop him. And when that's the case, just keep feeding the hot hand.
Here's Siakam after Luka Doncic's bucket. The shot that time not on target. Outside Hardaway. And stolen by Kyle Lowry. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
I don't think there's any doubt that Lowry is a shoot-first point guard. I mean, a guy who is constantly on the attack and looking to score the ball when he can.
Alex Len's checked in for the Raptors. Davis comes in for Fred VanVleet. Then for the Mavericks, Willie Cauley-Stein comes in for Dwight Powell. And it's Maxi Kleber in for Dorian Finney-Smith. That's good from Anunoby. Dallas leading by 4. Now Doncic. He's got 11. Here's the floater. And it's denied. Sent back by Siakam. The pass to Anunoby. Lowry from outside. Kleber with the rebound.
Yeah, but the defenders draped all over him. He just could not shake loose.
Hardaway dishes to Doncic. Siakam against Cauley-Stein. 6 on the shot clock. Hardaway from outside. Count it. His second make in 4 attempts.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possessions.
Now here is Davis. He's coming off a 13-point game against Washington. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Richardson outside. Lowry against Doncic. Fires the 3. He's off on that one. And Toronto will go the other way with it. Siakam passes to Lowry. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. The high post shot. It's Hardaway, that time on the assist by Richardson. 8 points for Tim Hardaway.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
Passes it to Davis. And he's good on the 3-ball. Davis has got 5 points so far.
And that's what makes Lowry a great floor leader. Just unselfish in his attitude and great awareness of how to keep his teammates involved.
Now, here's Doncic. 11 points in the game. And it goes down 2 points.
Well, you got to be in awe of what he's doing this quarter, actually destroying the opponent.
So, timeout called here. The first for Toronto.
The loudest and craziest fans get a free t-shirt. Let's hear it, fans.
And the Raptors with some changes. Chris Boucher's checked in for Siakam. Norman Powell comes in for OG Anunoby. And it's Matt Thomas in for Kyle Lowry. Then for the Mavericks, Jalen Brunson. He's checked in for Richardson. And it's Burke in for Hardaway. Shoots from 12. And it's Davis missing. Mavericks leading by 6. Doncic feeling it out. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Tell you what, guys, that's not an easy finish, but somehow Doncic makes it look rather effortless.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Mavericks.
Guys, their penetration has been outstanding. I mean, it's actually been great. They're really finding those holes in the defense.
Yeah, and they've had a great start from beyond the arc as well. The three-point shot seems to be in rhythm.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Marjanovic checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein, and it's Johnson in for Maxi Kleba. That free throw good from Doncic.
Boy, Doncic plays with such an edge and attitude, and I think it endears him to his teammates and gives them confidence.
Now here's Davis. 5 points in the game. Pass to Len. Now here's Boucher. Burke covering. Shots good by Boucher.
Punch, counter punch. Impressive offensive production early on.
Hey, guys, this is going to be fun now. I mean, we've got ourselves a shootout on tap here.
It's good. And the Mavericks lead by 9.
Tell you what, for a young player, Doncic has already shown tremendous skill and feel for the game. Beautiful floor awareness there.
Now here's Powell. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring hit from him. Johnson with the block. And now the fast break. Doncic with the ball. Cross contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Well, everything's coming too easily. I mean, at some point defensively, you have to take something away.
The Mavericks shooting their 4th attempt at the free throw line right here. Andre Bembry's checked in for the Raptors. That one falls for Brunson. There's 1:26 left in the first quarter of the game. Thomas with the ball. Pass to Len. Here's Bembry. Just 5 on the clock. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Burke kicks to Johnson. Rejected by Len. And here we go. There's Bembry. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
No clue how he got that one to fall.
And that was not a soft foul he had to get through. I mean, he had to really power that one up and in.
The Raptors have shot just 1 free throw earlier, 1 for 1 in the game. We'll see if they want to trade 2 for 1 here.
Got to time up that clock to do so.
Marjanovic finds Doncic. And it's good, 2 points.
Boy, Doncic so crafty and good at using screens and being effective in screening situations. He's a true scorer and playmaker.
Here's Bembry. 5 points in the game. The pass to Powell. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Brunson sinks the 15-footer. And now it's an 11-point Maverick lead.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
And so it's Dallas, holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. And they've done a phenomenal job down low, so many of their points coming right at the rim. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Pascal Siakam, before the game tonight, shared his thoughts, reminiscing about his championship year with Kawhi Leonard.
It was always a team, and I think we don't look at one player and then say he's going to save us. You know, we got to save each other. We got to play for each other.
And, Greg, that's how Siakam plays the game himself.
Versatile, very unselfish, and a franchise player in the making.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And, guys, we've seen a confident-looking Mavericks team out there.
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Yeah, I agree. No warm-up needed. They came in on fire and have already built a nice lead.
Powell is out there with Chris Boucher. Then it's Thomas. Then it's Alex Len. And it's Bembry in at the point. That's the group for Toronto to start the second quarter. Now here's Thomas. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Here's Boucher. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
And how about the offensive rebound with a little extra punch on the putback?
You're right, Greg. As they look to trim the deficit, could we see them send a few more bodies to the boards from here on out? Maybe, just maybe.
Well, I don't think it would be a bad idea, but they could use all the second chance points they can get.
And the Raptors with some changes. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Alex Len. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Thomas. Powell, he's checked in for Dallas. One falls for Brunson. And we're about a minute into the second quarter of play. Raptors trail by 14. Passes it to Bembry. Now, here's Boucher. Pass to VanVleet. Shot clock at 6. Mavericks leading by 12. Burke looking over the floor. Over to the wing. Here's Brunson. He's got 8. Here's Johnson. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Johnson's got the lead up to 14 now for the Mavs.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more. How about that wonderful floater he has, showing off an exquisite touch.
Pass to Brunson. Dallas moving it around. Powell dishes to Burke. Here's Brunson. Sinks the triple. Brunson's got 11.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Here's VanVleet. Powell with the steal. Now here's Burke, covered by VanVleet. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. The Mavericks have shot 80% from the lines tonight, going 4 of 5 so far.
Taking 2 shots.
First one falls for. Some changes for Toronto. Siakam is checked in for Chris Boucher. OG Anunoby comes in for Norman Powell. And it's Kyle Lowry in for Bembry. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Richardson comes in for Jalen Brunson. Burke hits them both.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
Yeah, you have to make teams pay for fouling you. That's why they call them free. And they've done exactly that, made them pay.
Now, here's Anunoby. He has 5. Siakam kicks to Lowry. Good on the triple. Lowry's got his second bucket of the game to go.
You know, there was a time when three-point shooting was a liability for Lowry, but the guy has put in the time, and now he is a solid option from deep.
Here's Burke. 14 points from him the last game against the 76ers in Philadelphia.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Now, here's Siakam. He's coming off a 19-point game against Washington.
And how about the job he did rebounding as well, guys? I mean, just a dominant performance on the glass. Really good ball movement there in transition. And where Finney-Smith really made strides last season, his consistency from range.
And you know, Greg, it was really his defense, the work ethic he brings, the effort level. I mean, that's always been there. I watched this kid play in college, and that's always been part of his package. But as an NBA wing, you've got to be able to knock down shots and help space the floor if you want to find your way into the lineup. And to Finney-Smith's credit, he's done that and has become a valuable part of the rotation.
Here's Burke, following the basket by Fred VanVleet. Does not find the mark. He's made two and missed one now. Raptors trail by 16. Anunoby with it. And it's Richardson picking him up. Anunoby, good.
And can't do much else. The strength of Anunoby comes in handy on those challenging finishes.
Burke, the pass to Kleba. And here is Burke. He's got 6. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
And they have really leaned on his free throw shooting at times this season. He's been there for them too, with 88% from the line.
Yeah, guys, I mean, he's been a very steady hand for them when it comes to his free throw shooting.
And he knocks down the first one. The Raptors making a switch here. Davis is checked in. Dallas also making some changes. Cauley Stein comes in for Dwight Powell. And Tim Hardaway Jr. subbed in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Burke hits them both.
And a great job from the line this quarter. They've gotten their percentage way up there.
And it's Lowry with the ball, brings it up for the Raptors. They trail by 16. Following this game, they'll hit the road to challenge the Pacers at Pacers Arena in Indianapolis. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. Here's Burke after the made shot from Kyle Lowry. Now, here's Kleba. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Off target from three-point range.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession. And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Toronto shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game.
And team free throw numbers really about as good as you could ask for, around 80% on the season.
Really, guys, it's just come together for them at the charity stripe this season. I mean, the confidence is there, and so too are the results.
Now, Doncic. He's got 18. There's the pass to Cauley Stein. Kleba with it. Dallas moving it around. It's rebounded by Anunoby.
Boy, patrolling the paint well, protecting the rim. That's exactly the kind of defensive effort you need against him.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. Well, Greg, Pascal Siakam won Most Improved Player in the league in 2019. And as we've talked about, had a case for it again in the 2020 voting.
I tell you, Siakam's play jumped so much again. He deserved the recognition. He continued to press himself to be an elite forward Rare for a former MIP winner to even be considered for the award more than once.
First free throw is good.
After a quiet first couple seasons in the league, Siakam really took off in year 3 when he helped the Raptors win their first NBA championship.
He's perfect from the line this time. Dallas leading by 9. Out to the right wing. Stein with it. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. The Raptors have gone 8 of 9 in the second quarter. Very nearly perfect from the field. Got that one up quick.
What a display of quickness there. If you need to get out and run, Siakam's your guy.
Doncic against Lowry. Doncic with the bucket. Doncic has got 20.
Now how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Siakam finds Lowry. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game, coming off that loss against Philadelphia.
Yeah, for that loss, you can credit their defense or lack thereof. Too many breakdowns on that end of the floor.
Yeah, and that's really inexcusable. I mean, there's just no way that you can justify that. When you don't put the work in on defense, you're going to end up on the losing end.
Luns checked in for Toronto. Thomas comes in for OG Anunoby. And Dallas with a change here too. Marjanovic is checked in. Stein with it. Now guarded by Siakam. And the foul called on Pascal Siakam. That's foul number 2 for him. How about that mobile 1 block we just saw? Amazing defensive work.
And he's all over that shot, has it read the whole way and gets the position he needs to make a play.
Richardson kicks to Marjanovic. Hardaway for 3.
Well, it looks like he's cooled down a bit after hitting those 2 in the first quarter.
Not that time. It's off. He's 3 for 7. Hardaway with the steal. Shoots it. Here's Doncic.
Doncic, because he's so skilled and so savvy, he does a nice job forcing the defense into tough spots when they're guarding.
At the line for the Mavericks, Luka Doncic. At the line for 2.
First one falls for him.
And if they stay this hot from the line, there's a good chance they'll hang on to that lead. They're at about 90% for the game.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Raptors trail by 9 to the paint. And the dunk by Len.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Yeah, you know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative and make something happen. Well, he's cooking with grease. He's got things flaming up, looking for an opportunity every time down the floor when he's that hot.
And stolen by Richardson. Passes it to Cauley-Stein. Here's Marjanovic. His last outing, he had 8 points. Shot clock at 5. Dallas needs to get off a shot. They get it back, and there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Now let's take a peek at the league leaders in scoring. Second, Luka Doncic.
And his contribution to his team offensively cannot be understated. He is always leading the way for them with his ability to put up points.
And here is Davis. 5 points in the game. 1:37 left in the first half of the game. In the hoop for his third make from the field. He's 3 for 4 thus far in the contest. Doncic passes to Richardson. In the corner, Hardaway with it. And a miss there on the triple.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Lowry kicks to Len. High, arcing shot. That's in, coming off an assist from Lowry. Lowry's got his 4th assist in this one. 1:04 left in the first half. Pass to Cauley-Stein. Now, here's Marjanovic. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Outside Hardaway. Over Siakam. And he overshot that one, missing.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
You know, guys, it seems to me as though he's over-anxious. He seems to be pressing, trying too hard, moving too fast. Just needs to calm himself down and wait for good shots.
And plays with solid floor recognition. Siakam continues to fine-tune those playmaking skills.
Now, here's Doncic. 25 points in the game. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. And they double up Doncic. And here's the fast break. Siakam leading the way. The shot by Lowry, no good. Doncic right side. Over Thomas. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Mavericks lead by 4. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, Kyle. What went down in the first half? How'd you guys feel?
Felt great. You know, we gave up a little bit too many points, but it felt good to be out there. I think we're playing hard. Fans are great. Everybody's out here supporting us. We just got to come out here and get the win.
We'll see if you can do it in the second half. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Let's talk about that first half. Luka Doncic had a huge first quarter. He had 25 points. Now that the unicorn is healthy, Shaq, we're getting a better idea about the full potential of his game.
Yeah, he went from no playmakers in New York to Doncic in Dallas. Listen, Porzingis has been set up to succeed now.
Is that a unicorn?
Yes.
I've never heard one. Wow. Well, he's much more competitive on the glass, too. He's added some strength in those years off of not playing. It's going to be better suited for the long run for the...
Hey, does it hurt when I hit your horn like this?
Oh, it's not a horn. It's a unicorn.
Okay, but they got a horn on their head.
Not a horn. It's a unicorn. Get it? Unicorn, horn.
I got it. Yeah, I swear. And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third period.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You know, Luka Doncic has been exceptional here, guys.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. On the floor for Dallas, we've got Josh Richardson. He's out there with Luka Doncic. Hardaway is out there with Powell. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 4. Here's Lowry, following the score by Dallas. Raptors moving the ball around. Van Vliet kicks to Anunoby. That 3 off the mark.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
And that's a good place to start if you're going to try to find your way back into this game. Get to work on the glass.
Siakam out of bounds. Dallas will take possession. And a chance now to look at the schedule coming up for the Toronto Raptors. On Friday, they'll be taking on Victor Oladipo and the Indiana Pacers. And then on Sunday, they'll go back home and they'll be hosting the Boston Celtics.
And looking at the Boston matchup, it's going to be a battle for this group. You get the feeling they'll need to be at their sharpest if they want to come away with a victory.
Boy, intensity always a good thing, and Powell brings it solid at getting after offensive rebounds for his team.
And a 5-star recruit coming out of high school, Powell had an excellent college career, yet he fell to the second round of the draft. Didn't even hear his name called as he was selected during a commercial break.
And so Doncic will bring it up for Dallas. They host the Spurs after this one. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Hardaway against Anunoby. Hardaway, no good.
I don't think he's performing up to his own expectations, but they still find themselves out in front.
Goes back up. Shot is good, and the Mavericks lead is cut down now to just 4 in the basket from Siakam.
And watch Siakam just spring up for those offensive boards. Athletic ability gets him to the ball so fast.
Here's Finney-Smith. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Hardaway passes to Doncic. And they double up Doncic. Powell, no one around him. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Doncic has got 3 assists now in this one. The Raptors have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half.
Timeout.
And GA, even when he did arrive to the NBA, it took Powell a while to latch on.
You know, traded a couple times in his first year. He was assigned and recalled 10 times in about a month with Boston's D-League affiliate. Finally found a home in Dallas. Everything turned around from that point forward.
Toronto calls timeout. Some changes here for the Raptors. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Alex Len. Chris Boucher comes in for Pascal Siakam. And it's Bembry in for Kyle Lowry. Dallas also making some changes. Johnson, he's checked in for Hardaway. Burke comes in for Josh Richardson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Doncic. Now here's Van Vliet. 10 points for him. Shots good by Baines.
And when you've got a big man who can shoot from distance like that, what a huge advantage.
Brunson scanning the floor. Pass to Finney-Smith. And there's the pass to Burke. Another three for Dallas.
A total defensive collapse. I mean, no reason to allow him that kind of space from behind the arc.
Now here's Van Vliet. D right on him. Mavericks with the rebound. Powell's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Stolen by Van Vliet. And that's going to be a travel. Already it's February. Hard to believe. Let's see how the West is matching up. Let's take a look at Dallas. Here in the middle of the regular season, they've been able to get the 4th best record in the conference.
You know, right now, Dallas, they've stayed right there, just in sniffing distance of the conference leaders. That's a solid accomplishment at this stage of the season.
You know, I thought maybe they'd have it in them to actually join those leaders this season. But you're right, it's still nice work considering where they are.
And Toronto making a change here. Powell's checked in. Johnson dishes to Burke. Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
A moment to check out the numbers for Fred Van Vliet. How his last 10 games have gone. He's averaging 14 points a game, 4 assists, and 2 rebounds. Even though his numbers have been more than solid, I think he'll want to step his game up to another level.
Yeah, and you know, on paper, those numbers are terrific. Most players would be thrilled with those numbers, but as good as they are, I know this guy expects more of himself.
And he knocks down the first one. No good on the second free throw. Raptors trail by 8. Out to the right wing. Brunson against Van Vliet. Pass to Boucher. Good, and Van Vliet gets the assist. Boucher's got 7 points in the game.
Consistency all game long. He's going to continue, I think, to have to take it over to get them back in the game.
Here's Powell, and the dunk by Powell.
And, you know, this is what Powell does best. Establishes himself deep inside and jams it home.
Now here's Van Vliet. Burke covering. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And you know what? Very close to a 3-point play right there.
Yeah, he almost got that one down. I mean, those are the kind of aggressive plays coaches love to see.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Mavericks.
And they've made the long range look like a layup at times in this one, guys.
They've been firing on all cylinders in the transition game, too. I mean, they've really run the break well.
Free throw good, Van Vliet. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Johnson. And so Van Vliet nails both of them.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Here's Burke. And there it is for him. Burke's got 6 points in the quarter.
And that's just taking advantage of some soft defense on that drive. Little resistance for him on the way to the basket.
Van Vliet passes to Powell. And it's blocked. And it's out of bounds. The Raptors able to retain possession here. And now let's revisit that exceptional mobile 1 block.
The defensive awareness, the timing. When you have to face a defender that can reject you like that, it can alter your approach.
Just 5 to shoot. Here's Van Vliet. That one, no good. And the Mavericks going the other way now. They led by as many as 18 points. Here's Here's Finney Smith. Poked away. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
What a play there. The hoop plus the harm.
Yeah, great concentration there. Hung in there. He didn't let that contact throw him off at all. Stayed focused on the rim, knew he was going to get hit, and still was able to finish.
Cauley Stein, he's checked in for Powell. Dallas leading by 4. Now Burke. He's got 14. Count that one.
Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Now here's Van Vliet. Count that one. Van Vliet's got 14 points.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Brunson with it. He's got 11. That one goes. Count it. 13 points in the game.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
You better come stronger than that. Cauley Stein, a presence defensively.
It's tipped. And so the ball's out of bounds. Powell touched it last.
Mavericks ball.
Some changes for Toronto. Thomas comes in for DeAndre Bembry. Davis is subbed in for Fred Van Vliet. The Mavericks also with a sub. Doncic is checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. To the right side. Doncic outside for the 3. It's hauled in by Thomas.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Kicks it to Bain. Pass to Boucher. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Boucher's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Burke, the pass to Cauley Stein. Kleba up top. Boucher defending. To the inside. And that one's good. Burke. And that's now 18 points for Trey Burke.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Those looks they're allowing are almost automatic.
Now here is Davis. He has 7. Up top Powell. Kleba defending. And it's blocked. And now the fast break. Doncic with the ball. And Doncic throws it down.
Par for the course for Luka Doncic. Just one of those games where he's got it on cruise control.
Davis looking for an opening. Baines inside. Working on Cauley Stein. Doncic outside. It's Burke. It's off the key. We've got 1:55 left in the third quarter. Thomas against Kleba. Left side, Davis. Pass to Boucher. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Foul for 3. It's rebounded by Dallas. They led by as many as 18 points.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Especially when you're scoring the ball at a decent clip the way they have. I mean, they've done exactly what's necessary to take the lead.
And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
And that's why you have such a huge gap in the shooting numbers between the teams.
And the Raptors call time here. You have to like what you're seeing from Luka Doncic.
Well, you know, he's destroying them right now, guys. This defense has to make an adjustment to try and cool him off.
I want to rise. Below, we're barring all of my got tags. We gon' march in the party. out of my way. Black karate, don't wanna meet that. Look at me, look at me, look at me, look at me, look at me now. Jewelry costs about 100,000. My enemies never had sympathy for even a. Hopping up mentally. Who am I? No. Hey, look at me now. No. Look at me, look at me, look at me, look at me now. No. Yeah. Look at me now. No. Look at me, look at me, look at me, look at me now. Take a bando. Send them through your sandals. They say I'm a Mondo. Like I'm in a handle. My Dominican like
Some changes for Toronto. Siakam is checked in for Aaron Baines. OG Anunoby comes in for Chris Boucher. And it's Lowry in for Norman Powell. And then for Dallas, Marjanovic checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Burke. And Josh Richardson subbed in for Jalen Brunson. And it's out of bounds. The Raptors able to retain possession here. Making free throws a big key for any team. Let's see the best in the NBA. Fifth, the Raptors.
You know, it's really a team-wide talent. You want a foul to stop layups, but against them, you're not saving much. They'll make you pay time and again.
And 101 left in the third.
A high-level athlete with underrated burst. Siakam continues to impress with his ability to finish.
Now, here's Doncic. 27 points for him.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm. And so far going for more of an inside presence here in the second half, getting away from the three-point shot.
Here's Doncic after the made shot from Kyle Lowry. Kleba, the pass to Hardaway. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Boy, an attacker who's not afraid to get a little rugged and physical. I like Hardaway Jr.'s disposition, fellas.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And you know what? The work he's put in at the line starting to pay off. How about 78% on the season?
You know, guys, that's not quite the same success rate he had at the line last year, although it is somewhat in the neighborhood of last year's numbers.
And he makes the first.
You know, for Tim Hardaway Jr., it's the family business. His dad was a pro and an outstanding one in his own right in the NBA. So Jr. knows exactly what it takes to excel at this level.
Johnson, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Hardaway hits them both. Here is Lowry. He's got 14. We've got 28 seconds left in the third. Floats one up, and the rejection by Marjanovic.
And this will be the last possession of the quarter if they're patient.
Yeah, they've got to hold for the last shot here.
Doncic against Lowry. Back to Johnson. This one for three. It just in time.
One eye on the rim, one on the clock. What a play.
An ideal way to end the quarter with momentum on your side.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Mavericks ahead, up by 11. And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth quarter underway. And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. And Siakam has got the ball here for the Raptors. 11-point game. OG Anunoby is out there with Pascal Siakam. Then there's Lowry. Then there's Terrence Davis. And it's Thomas in at the 3, the small forward. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. Here's Richardson. Following the basket by Pascal Siakam. Richardson dishes to Johnson. The pass to Doncic. Here's the 3. And Davis pulls it down.
He had 6 points from long range in the first half, but nothing's fallen here since.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
I'm just so impressed with Siakam's offensive improvement over the years. I mean, he's mastering the ability to play in attack mode.
2 shots.
The first free throw is good.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
Yeah, you know what? And I think they've just got to keep on keeping on. Keep drawing contact, attacking, getting to the line. That will certainly give them a chance to get back into the game.
Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Thomas. And Dallas with a change here too. Powell, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Siakam hits them both. And here is Doncic. And they double up Doncic. He kicks to Powell. Back to Doncic. 6 on the shot clock. Richardson gets a wide open look. Rebound by the Raptors. Baines has got 4 rebounds in this game. To the middle. Here's Siakam. It falls for his 7th bucket of the contest. He's 7 for 9.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Pretty clear. It's smash mouth basketball. Pound that thing inside.
Raptors trail by 5. Anunoby with it. Hardaway picks him up. Anunoby passes to Siakam. It's deflected.
Like saying Powell flexes muscle on the defensive end. Really good at timing his jump to block the shots.
Passes to Anunoby. Offensive rebound. Baines. And finally they hit one.
Well, they left it until the fourth quarter, but finally the run they needed to get back into this one.
I didn't think it was going to happen for them, quite honestly, but they finally turned it on, turned it up a little bit. Now they've got to come up with some stops.
And the Mavericks with possession here after the Raptors pick up 2. And they call the foul, so he's got the and 1 chance here to make it a 3-point play. Fred VanVleet is checked in for Terrence Davis. That's good from Johnson. 2nd minute off the clock now in the 4th. Pass to Anunoby. Baines against Powell. Outside Lowry. He is looking for Siakam and finds him. Outside Lowry. Over Hardaway. Lowry can't get it to go. Mavericks leading by 6. The 3. It's Hardaway, that time on the assist by Richardson.
Boy, that quick trigger mindset when Hardaway Jr. is firing away like this, you know he's feeling it.
Doncic against Lowry. Johnson with the block. It's Richardson on the wing. It's tipped and stolen by Kyle Lowry. Pass to VanVleet. With the floater. Siakam, that's good.
Timeout. With a harmonious blend of length and strength, Siakam has become a dependable interior scoring option.
Dallas calls timeout.
Ladies and gentlemen, dance team.
Smith's checked in for Dallas. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, during that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear Rick Carlisle's message to his team. He likes where things are headed, but he cautioned them to play smart the rest of the way. He said carelessness with the ball, with assignments, with rotations, any of that can undo what we've worked to accomplish so far. Kevin, they are so close.
Now here is Hardaway. From deep three-point range, offensive rebound, and denied. He sends it right off the glass. Anunoby has the open look. Here is the open three to cap the break.
And what an assured player. Anunoby believes in his ability to shoot the ball off the catch.
Doncic against Lowry. Doncic with the bucket.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Guys, when you're this hot, it's elementary. Let it fly. Keep staying at it.
And there it is for him.
A veteran guard with a knack for penetrating defenses. Lowry can pretty much get any shot he wants.
Now, here's Doncic. Knocked loose. Here's Siakam. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's on Luka Doncic.
Shooting for Toronto, Pascal Siakam. Taking 2 shots.
2 shots. Last on the first.
And the first one at the line is good. Siakam hits them both. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Mavericks. They led by as many as 18 points. Lets a floater go, and he lays it up and in. Doncic has got 31.
Just a great hustle play there. Energy and passion. This is what you play the game for.
It's blocked, and they'll keep possession. Now the pass to Finney Smith. Offline with his three.
And, you know, even though that shot didn't go down, I like how they got him a wide open look in space there.
Anunoby passes to Baines. That shot off, and it's Dallas the other way. Now here's Richardson. Stolen by Van Vliet. Outside Lowry. And again, Toronto no up. Richardson with it. Picked up by Van Vliet. Hardaway, no good. Raptors trail by 4. Here's Anunoby. Good, and Van Vliet gets the assist.
Well, they're getting stops, and they're attacking on the offensive end.
You know, it's taken a big run, but they were able to get back into this one. Very impressive. No quitting these guys.
Defense did a really good job of choking off the middle there once he got inside.
Boy, that's finishing the defense there. He made a good effort on that possession defensively and then closed it out with the rebound.
Now, here's Doncic. Passes it to Finney Smith. The three-pointer, no good. And the Raptors with possession. They're on a 12-4 run right now. Count that one from Van Vliet.
Great ball movement there.
Dallas has gotten some tough luck from three-point range. In the fourth quarter, they've hit just 1 of 6 from deep. Pass to Hardaway. Shoots over Anunoby. It's hauled in by the Raptors.
You know, he's just not taking good shots, not taking smart shots, forcing up a lot of low percentage junk there.
Massive hoop there from Siakam. We've seen him do it in the finals. This guy showing he's made for big moments.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Good on that shot, and with that, the Toronto lead is cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Doncic. Toronto's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. Siakam looking around. Powell pulls it in. Powell's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Dallas shooting a paltry 33% in the fourth. Not a good showing for this offense. In the corner, it's Richardson. Six to shoot. Pass to Finney-Smith. The three for Doncic. Buries the long-range jumper. Doncic has got 36.
He's such a clutch shooter. He just lives for the big shot.
Doncic against Lowry. Teardrop shot. He takes it up and lays it in. Lowry's got the game tied up here for Toronto.
When it's an important moment in the game, a big time in the game, he flat out takes over. Lowry is a gamer.
To the paint, here's Finney-Smith, and Baines pulls it down. Baines has got 8 rebounds in this game. Inside, here's Van Vliet. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. Van Vliet's got 4 points in the quarter. Mavericks shooting has been terrific. 54% on the game. Doncic kicks to Richardson. Four on the shot clock. Hardaway for 3. It's hauled in by the Raptors. A 3-ball. A shot by Lowry, no good. The Mavericks trailing. Down low. And Doncic throws it down.
No fear or hesitation in the eyes of Doncic. He loves the chance to take and make these big ones.
Now, here's Siakam. Not a lot of room. Kicks to Baines. No good with the triple. Here's Doncic. Outside Hardaway. Count it!
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
Toronto calls timeout. They're trailing by 3. There's 37 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Let's present our New Balance Player of the Game, Luka Doncic.
And it's been a ridiculous performance in the best sense possible. I mean, everything about his game has been working. And no matter what they've thrown at him, he's had the answer.
Lowry passes to Anunoby. Raptors moving the ball around. Kicks it out to Van Vliet. Off target with his 3.
And if they know what's good for them, that's the way they'll defend against him every time he takes the ball in the three-point lane.
Doncic against Baines. 5 on the clock. Richardson outside. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. And now a 6-point Maverick lead.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
Yeah, I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit.
And the Raptors call time here. They're trailing by 6. 6 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. On the pass to Anunoby. Connects from downtown.
What a baller this young man is. Anunoby, even though he's young, he looks like a veteran in the clutch.
And the Mavericks call time here. They're leading by 3. Just 2 seconds left in the fourth. Foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
No, you got to foul. I mean, it's going to come down to free throws here. Foul right away.
He hits the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. So he gets them both, and it's a 5-point game. So we see the Mavericks get the win here. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for them, Greg. They really had to work for this win.
That's a good point. I mean, weaker teams might have buckled at the end with the crowd amped up, everyone in the building kind of rooting against you, but they stood tall and pulled it out.
Well said. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. Lucas, some feel this team is exceeding expectations. How do you keep up this rhythm?
Yeah, we just got to keep going like that. Don't listen to anybody. Just be ourselves, play as a team, and that's our key.
Well, when you're yourself, you look pretty good, man. Congrats on the win. Thanks. Kevin?
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for being with us. So long, everyone.